4 other gyms that turned me down because I was too fat to be a personal trainer in their gym.
They call me a fat trainer, an overweight trainer, a plus size trainer.
I think fat personal trainers are so villainized on this app.
Let's talk about the bizarre new trend infecting the fitness world. Fat personal trainers, aka fat acceptance in fitness. If you dare question it, you're fat-phobic.
She looked me up and down and she said, "Sorry, I just don't think you have the right look to be a trainer here." And as a freshly qualified personal trainer, that was my first experience interviewing at a commercial gym. And to that woman and the 4 other gyms that turned me down because I was too fat to be a personal trainer in their gym, thank you.
So you think they were the problem? This is exactly what's broken about the fat acceptance and body positivity movements today. Instead of acknowledging that maybe there's a reason people don't trust an overweight person to lead them to health, you jump straight to blaming the industry. A personal trainer, the very word implies personal example. If you walk into a gym and the person telling you about fitness and weight loss is visibly out of shape, the credibility instantly collapses. Will you trust a dentist with rotting teeth or a driving instructor who's never touched a steering wheel? And yes, they said you were too fat to work there. Even if that is mean to you, reality doesn't bend because feelings get hurt. They were right, and you know it. Fitness is a visual industry. People walk into a gym looking for a body and a lifestyle they want to emulate. They want guidance from someone who embodies the discipline. You don't hire a lifeguard who can't swim. Anyway, so you want to teach people to lose weight and improve their health, but shouldn't you at least look like someone who's done those things yourself? A fat personal trainer is basically an oxymoron. Being a trainer should not be only the certification.
Because 8 years later, I am an online women's health and mindset coach. I am living the life of my dreams. I have coached over 175 women to living their healthiest, happiest, most fulfilled, beautiful lives. And I would never have got there if I started working in your stupid gym.
8 years later, you're an online women's health and mindset coach. I hope you were teaching them that health includes reversing insulin resistance, restoring gut microbiome balance, and lowering visceral fat? Or are you teaching them to love themselves into an early grave? Because you can't mindset your way out of chronic inflammation. Health starts with what you put in your body. Ditching ultra-processed foods and, for me, using fasting strategically to reset your metabolism. And once that's handled, you go to the gym to lift heavy. And let's talk about that part. Your stupid gym. This is the entitlement I keep seeing in the body positivity bubble. Everyone else is wrong, not you. Everyone is wrong for expecting a trainer to look fit, but you're right for ignoring the entire purpose of a gym. This is the classic, change everyone else's standards instead of improving yourself move. Gyms exist to transform bodies. You mocking those who didn't hire you says more about your ego than about their judgment. Maybe they were just being honest about what clients expect. By every basic logic and science, health and obesity are not compatible. You can't redefine fitness just to make yourself feel better. Trainers should look like trainers.
Can you give us the names of those gyms so we can stay clear, please?
Girl, I appreciate your support so much. They're all commercial chain gyms.
The fat acceptance mindset is now parading itself as expertise. And nothing proves that more clearly than this next obese trainer.
I get judged the first 5 seconds someone meets me. They don't know my story.
As if knowing your backstory is supposed to override what's standing right in front of our eyes. But we don't need your story. Humans evolved to make snap judgments because our survival depended on it. If someone looks unhealthy, our brain registers it immediately. And that instinct hasn't vanished just because we now have hashtags like body positivity. In the fitness world, visual cues matter because people are trusting you with their health. Basic logic.
I get judged the first 5 seconds someone meets me. They don't know my story. They don't know that I have lost the equivalent of 200-pound men. That I work every fucking day harder than any other trainer because they call me a fat trainer. I'm a personal trainer with first-hand experience going from 160 pounds to 700 pounds to losing 400 pounds.
I work harder than anyone else. And hard work isn't proof of competence. You can work 12 hours a day digging a hole in the wrong spot. You're still digging the wrong hole. Working more doesn't mean you know more. And if you've truly lost the equivalent of 200-pound men, but are still standing here calling yourself a fat trainer, the obvious question is, why did you stop? Weight loss is a science, and if you understand that science, if you understand fasting, gut health, metabolic repair, and the discipline of building muscle, you don't stop halfway. If you really know what you're doing, why are you still living inside the very problem you claim to help people escape? Your story does not make you the authority on health. If anything, it shows you still haven't conquered it. At best, maybe you're qualified to help someone go from 600 to 500. But when they want to push past that into true fitness, they need someone else. Dragging someone slightly out of the danger zone is not enough.
I understand the determination it takes to fight for your fucking life every single day. So they call me a fat trainer, an overweight trainer, a plus size trainer. Call me whatever the fuck you want. I know I'm a kick-ass trainer who knows her shit inside and out. I have trained hundreds of women who have stepped into their greatness, overcome their emotional eating, healed the body dysmorphia, and loved themselves again. They see an overweight trainer. They don't see me.
No, we see exactly what we need to see, and that's enough. In fitness, results speak louder than stories. A trainer's body is a living advertisement for their methods and credibility. If the product you're selling is health, then your own body is the storefront.
Their jelly are so pretty. That's exactly who I want to learn from. Being fit is more than a hash. You are beautiful.
Wish I could train with you because I could feel safe in the knowledge you wouldn't judge me.
Okay, I've been meaning to reply to some of these comments for a while. The first thing I want to talk about today, though, is fat personal trainers. I think fat personal trainers are so villainized on this app, but they're also so important, as this person says. It's good to see what various bodies look like doing certain moves and certain exercises.
Watching fat folks crush it at the gym, in yoga practice, in figure skating, dance, powerlifting, gymnastics is so brilliant. It's also so good to see what various sizes of bodies look like.
And it's important to note that not everybody's fitness goals are the same. My fitness goal is not thinness. My fitness goal is to be jacked. So I don't need a thin personal trainer. I need a personal trainer that knows how to safely and effectively lift weights for me to achieve my goals of being a strong bitch.
Fat personal trainers are villainized. No, they're questioned, rightfully questioned. And the fact that you frame basic accountability as villainy says everything about this fat acceptance bubble. You're asking us to ignore the most obvious biological indicator of metabolic health. That's delusion. And the representation argument. So now fitness should be seeing what various bodies look like doing a squat. If your goal is to be jacked, why are you still buried under a layer of fat that makes the muscle invisible? And if your trainer doesn't embody that, why would you trust them to lead you there? I think if you truly know how to train, your body should reflect it. A trainer whose body is a walking contradiction is confusing.
All that to say, I wanted to use this opportunity to shout out fat trainers, regardless of the sport or the thing that they're training. So please sound off in the comments, tag your favorite plus size fitness folks. I'll shout out two of my faves. and I'll tag them too so you can find them. But Flexibility with Vera, she's a plus size flexibility instructor, and it's great because I think if you look at a lot of like, not that she does yoga, but like a lot of yoga poses and stuff where you're on the ground, your belly's in the way, and she's got a belly, so she can adapt around that, which is really helpful. Yoga came up a lot in some of our other chats about not nice spaces to be as a fat person. So having a plus size flexibility coach is fantastic. I love that.
Your belly's in the way. Exactly. That's the problem. Instead of addressing why that belly is there and how to lose it, you celebrate trainers who invent detours around it. Who cares how many variations of belly-friendly yoga you invent if the belly shouldn't be there in the first place? This obsession with modifying exercises to accommodate obesity is backwards. Modify the environment to accommodate dysfunction instead of eliminating the dysfunction itself? Wouldn't it be better to build a lifestyle that removes the belly? Fasting, cutting ultra-processed garbage, prioritizing whole foods, healing the gut is how you stop needing modifications.
And then also want to shout out Steph at Iron Lion Fitness, which is a fitness studio that's like local to me, but she's also on this app doing her thing. And she's fantastic. Their studio is like such a welcoming space for fat bodies. We've had I haven't been there in a while, but when I was there, we've had a lot of conversations about fatness in the fitness industry and as a professional, but also as like somebody who's just going. So yeah, I'll tag them both below, so you can go check them out, give them a follow, but tag your favorite plus size fitness people, please.
Tag your favorite plus-size trainers because fitness is now about creating welcoming spaces for obesity instead of eliminating the condition altogether. Fat people may feel more comfortable around fat trainers, but comfort is not the goal. A trainer's job isn't to mirror your condition. This is not health. This is not fitness. This is the fat acceptance movement hijacking an industry built on discipline. A personal trainer should be a walking example of what they teach. If you want people to trust your advice on weight loss, on building muscle, then show the results in your own body first. Otherwise, you're just a motivational speaker with a gym membership. Real fitness demands progress.